morning, I'm Mara Bain.
And I'm Gabe Lehman.
And this is your Thursday Good Morning KU. We have a lot of things to talk about today. First of all, the weather.
Yes, it wasn't too nice coming in this morning, a little misty, a little wet.
I had my rain boots on. I woke up and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, totally.
But it reminded me of this saying where April showers bring May flowers, so hopefully it'll pay off.
Yeah, and I hope it'll start looking nice again like it did over the weekend too.
Yeah.
Speaking of over the weekend, Easter was on Sunday.
It was. How was your Easter?
It was pretty good. I liked being home and seeing my family. I haven't seen them in a while, so.
It was good weather and a good day, I feel like, for everyone.
Yeah.
And then also this past Monday was a big day for sports. We had a basketball game. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, well, Baylor killed them. Baylor Gonzaga really didn't even match up to Baylor, and it was crazy to see because Gonzaga's undefeated. But I had Gonzaga winning. I wish they won, but it's no big deal. Just fun. But I feel like it was a big toss-up on who wanted who to win. Which I feel like it isn't normally always like that. But Baylor played very well. Congratulations to them.
Speaking of sports and basketball, we have a new athletic director, Travis Goff.
At his introductory press conference yesterday, Goff was asked about his journey from high school in Dodge City, Kansas, to athletic director at KU. Take a look.
And as a junior at KU, with a little bit of a contact, I walked into that athletic department and I said, hey, I want to volunteer. I just want an opportunity as a student to learn and try and understand a little bit about what college athletics is and this idea that there's potential career opportunities there. One of the best decisions I ever made, and that's what gave me the exposure and gave me the support system in that foundation.
Goff is a graduate of the J School and was later asked about his favorite class or professor while at KU.
Woo. Professor Marsh is a professor that always will jump out to me. I learned a lot. I think his role has shifted a little bit in the J School, but what my learnings from him, and I'll tell you this is the real deal. I apply the skills I learned in my time as a student here, in particular in the journalism school, every day.
Well, Mara, I think I can speak for us saying that we're pretty happy we have a new athletic director.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. Up next, we have guest Rob Karwath, the general manager of the University Daily Kansan.
For students searching for a way to stay active in an outdoorsy way, the City of Lawrence has bike trails running in every direction, and with the new bike share program, we can stay in shape as we tour the sights of our beautiful city. Clinton Lake is only a short 30-minute bike ride away from Daisy Hill and has the most incredible sunset location in all of Lawrence. Walking campus may give you the KU calves, but biking can give you the KU thighs. Bike Lawrence today.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Miranda and I'm here with Professor Rob Karwath, who is the UDK General Manager and News Advisor. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Miranda.
Can you tell me a little bit about your job at the UDK?
I have a great job at the university. I am General Manager and News Advisor for the Kansan, and I'm a journalism professor, so I teach news and information courses. I teach some that are relevant for Stratcom students. I've had some experience on both, but what makes this really special for me is I am from this place. I graduated from here. The Kansan was was the big thing for me. It really launched me in my career, and so when I've thought about in my career, well, how did I learn to do that, or where did that come from? It always steered me back to KU and the Kansan, and so to come back and get to work with the next generation of Jayhawks has been really special.
That's awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about what a weekly schedule for a student might look like if they're on the Kansan? I know there's a lot of different jobs, so they can vary, but
a lot of jobs, and we have news and advertising side jobs, so it's really varied. And I think what's cool is the Kansan students can really kind of tailor their experience to what their needs are. Everybody's academic schedule is different. A lot of students work. The pandemic has been obviously a big change for us, but you know, a typical job at the Kansan is reporter, and you've experienced some of that being a reporter through a class. So we either work through one of our journalism classes, or we have students who are just reporters. And so they're covering a beat, they're covering administration, they're covering something that's relevant to students on our campus. And they're maybe spending 10, 15 hours reporting, writing, working with editors on their copy. These days, it's not enough just to do, print stories. We're doing them all over the place, podcasts and video, and so creating components like that work on our website. We are publishing entirely electronically these days.
Yes.
So, some of us who remember the print edition, there's a little bit of nostalgia, but honestly, our students are there, and frankly, that's where media audience is, as we know. So, focusing our students' energy and creativity on creating new products and services to serve. On the ad side, typically a common job is an ad rep, and an ad rep is working with his or her clients, maybe 10 to 15 of them, to talk about how we can promote their business, a restaurant or bar. We've obviously seen that decline a bit in the pandemic, but they're creating all kinds of new products and services too, events that we can create sponsorships for. So our goal is just, we say we're the student voice since 1904, and 117 years later, we're still doing that.
That's awesome. Do you think it's important that every J School student kind of experiences that newsroom? I guess it's not a general newsroom right now because of COVID, but that reporting and quick turnaround sort of atmosphere?
Yeah, whether it's on the Kansan or KUJH, or it's work with KJHK, and these days I would recommend, I think a lot of us say, try and do a lot of things, because that is what the world is going to be like. And so the value to me for the Kansan was it prepared me to step right off the backloading dock at Stauffer Flint into Chicago Tribune and Tribune Tower, where I wanted to be. And that's, I think, what we all want our students to be able to do, to step out of here into the professional life that they've dreamed of. And the real advantage that Kansas has always had is students can come in and get involved early and stay involved and experience a whole bunch of stuff. And these days you just have to do it right here in Stauffer Flint Hall. You don't have to go anywhere else. So I think it is vital. We've learned a lot about the doing being part of the learning. So
yeah, that's awesome. What's the best way for students to get involved? Is that to contact you? Is that to online applications? I don't know if those are still open or.
Yeah, the best way to reach out to us is to contact someone on Kansan.com, and it can be me, or it could be the editor, who's Liam Mays this semester, or the business manager, who's Gavin Wade. When we're back together, hopefully in the fall here, you just have to come on in and say hello on the first floor of Stauffer Flint, just like all of the media enterprises are here in the building. But I think that's, I remember way back in the day, for me too, it was a little intimidating. You're seeing students who are older than you, who look like they know what they're doing.
I remember that feeling. I was like, I don't think I'm ready for that room.
Is this the right place for me? Am I going to, fail? I mean, but we've all been there, and as you know, when you go through it, that was you maybe semesters ago, maybe a few weeks ago.
Right.
So coming in and making sure that we're welcoming and we're asking some questions. I think trying a lot of different things is really vital in journalism education.
I agree. I think I was a little nervous and hesitant my first few years, but as I came in and just started jumping in and taking classes, that's your job, is to just jump in. So it's very helpful. So contacting you or general manager or anything like that would be a great way for next semester to get involved if a student wants to do that.
We have at the start of the semester, again, assuming we'll all be here in person in some fashion, we have this wonderful opportunity fair that usually happens right here on the first floor of Stauffer Flint.
I remember
so just going room to room and seeing what we have. We weren't able to do that this last fall, but I think we'll be doing it this time. But and it doesn't have to be at the start of the semester either. I think sometimes students think, oh, I've kind of missed an opportunity. Every day is a new day.
That's awesome. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I just, I think we've talked about the most important thing: getting involved, taking initiative, stepping out, trying new things. College is really about experiencing stuff and learning. And we learn from trying new things, sometimes by failing a little bit, but then we, nobody's perfect on the first go round. And here's the other thing: the world of media is changing so quickly that even the professionals are having, it's a learning experience for them. So we get to play with new toys, we get to tell stories in different ways, and I guess it's all really kind of comes down to that, whether you're telling an advertiser's story or you're telling some story for news. We just want students to experience that.
That's awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much for being here. You can contact Rob or any of the managers or editors at the Kansan if you're interested in getting involved, and we will see you guys after the break.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
I'm Itala.
And I'm Noah. This is your Thursday morning Good Morning KU News and Sports Update. President Joe Biden has made vaccines available for all adults 2 weeks earlier than previously planned. All adults can now get the COVID-19 vaccine as early as April 19th. The Biden administration pushed the earlier date following the lead of many states that have already done so. Many states like California have announced they will lift all their coronavirus restrictions on June 15th. Other states like Texas have already lifted restrictions. The COVID-19 death rate has declined as about 19% of the U.S. is fully vaccinated.
The Douglas County Health Department confirmed that a bar in the county was responsible for a COVID outbreak in February. The CDC reported on the outbreak recently and said that 46 cases were associated with the indoor bar opening. The cases did not stop there. Many secondary cases came from the event, including one hospitalization and a temporary school closure affecting 650 students.
As we mentioned earlier, KU hired Travis Goff on Monday as the new director of athletics. Goff will make $700,000 a year for his first 3 years, making him the lowest paid athletic director in the Big 12 Conference. The average salary of the Big 12 ADs in 2019 to 2020 was $1.3 million.
Head coach Bill Self signed a new lifetime contract last week. His new contract will include a 5-year rolling agreement that automatically adds 1 year at the conclusion of each season for the remainder of his career. Coach Self said that there's no place he would rather be and that he is excited to remain at KU and compete for many championships in the future.
Another KU athletic staff member has left the university to join the Longhorn staff. At the assistant head coach, Howard's departure was announced in a news release Tuesday evening, and he will be heading to Austin, Texas, to assist in coaching the University of Texas's men's basketball team. ESPN named Howard one of the most influential figures in college basketball and an ESPN 40 under 40.
KU Athletics has spent more than $1.25 million defending its basketball program during the past 2 years of the NCAA allegations. All of this money is from the Athletics Department fund and not tax money. According to the KCUR and NPR located in Kansas City, KCUR obtained the legal bills documenting these costs using the Kansas Open Records Act.
On the field, the baseball team continued its success against non-conference teams with the doubleheader sweep over Texas Southern this week. KU is now 17-11 overall, but just 1-5 in the Big 12. The Jayhawks will travel to Norman, Oklahoma this weekend for 3 games with the Sooners.
The softball team lost 3 in a row at Oklahoma last weekend and dropped to 1-5 in Big 12 conference play. The Jayhawks are 17-14 overall and will host Kansas City this weekend at Rock Chalk Park.
Kansas senior Marcus Garrett was named to the class All-American First Team. Award winners have notable achievements in 4 areas of excellence, including community, classroom, character, and competition. Garrett will graduate in May as a liberal arts and sciences major.
And in rowing, the at Astro Bowl with the second varsity A team was named Big 12 Conference Butt of the Week. The squad defeated Oklahoma by more than 14 seconds with a time of 6:54-59.
That's it for the news and the sports. Jade's not here today because she's getting her vaccine, but a quick look at the forecast says it's going to be 72 and sunny on Friday with a little bit of rain the rest of the day, but should be enough to keep you going. Hang in there, Jayhawks. Have a great day.